Vidya, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And every time you come on screen, it's a revelation for everyone. And with the Begum Jaan trailer, which we saw yesterday, it was again the same. So, what is the response that you've been getting from the trailer?
It's been fantastic actually. I was of course busy doing promotions and I didn't realize that my phone was flooded with messages. So when I came out and really flopped on the seat of the car, really tired, switched on my phone and I was so pleased to see so many messages from from friends, relatives, industry folk. It felt very nice. And then I was told that we're doing rather well on YouTube and Facebook and all that. Lots of hits. I don't get into numbers, but I'm just happy to know that people are really liking it.
Okay, and the tagline which says "My body, my house, my country, my rules." So this movie talks about women empowerment, especially in a time when it was not obviously well received. In the time of the 40s, during the partition. As a woman of today, accomplished women of today, do you think it's difficult to get in the psyche of that time?
No, I actually think that, firstly, if I may correct you, I don't think it's about women empowerment. It's about women. And this story could have been told today. Srijit set it in partition times, so it has that extra, that second lens, further drama to the story. But it could have been set today where these women are being asked to leave their house. And they put up a fight, they're unwilling and they really will go to any extent to safeguard and to protect their space. But the fact that it's set against partition and is a kotha lends it that much more drama. I think it wasn't difficult to get into the psyche at all because a woman is a woman at every point of time, Of course, we're seeing changes happen, but a lot of what you've seen in the film is true even today. So I don't think it was difficult to get into the psyche. If at all, I'd say Begum Jaan is the most aggressive, powerful character I've played. So, that took a little bit of, I have to own her, because if you see her body language, it's very chora because she's very comfortable with being powerful. So she appropriates that space, she defines her space, she defines the rules in that house. And that because I'm not really aggressive, it just required some conversations with Srijit, the director. But I think the script had it all. So, the script really did half the job.
Okay. So your looks in every movie, whether it is the Saas makeup look in Kahani 2 or it's this fierce, light-eyed look in Begum Jaan, it always, it plays into the character. So is it necessary to get into the skin of your role?
I think, it helps when you're able to give a character a distinct look because I'm an individual and this is my face and this is my body and how much can I change it unless I use a tool of makeup and hair and costumes which are all at my disposal. So I think Rick Roy has done the costumes and he's managed to use the Punjabi influence. So you see the Fulkari, but you'll see also a lot of strong, solid colors because she is that kind of person, There's something very stark about her. At the same time, there is a feminine, sensual side to her. So you see that open hair and the kajal and the little bit of jewelry. But what I really liked is that he gave me these lenses and the unibrow. Srijit and he discussed it and they just discussed, I guess, how to give me a distinct look, distinct from anything I've looked like so far, and I think it worked.
It absolutely did.
Yeah, there's this fierce quality that I'm seeing in the pictures. While doing the film, honestly, I didn't realize it's only now when
even in the poster, if you see,
that you get it. But I think also my makeup artist Shreyas has done just that slight tanning of the skin and that right amount of I don't know, it just looks like I feel it looks like a real person. So
okay, So it was mainly about all these women coming together and forming this brothel that is there, that is run by you. So how was it shooting with the entire girl gang there?
Oh, it was fantastic. I remember the first time I walked into Bhatt Saab's office, because they had been workshopping with Srijit, and Srijit didn't want us to interact too much because he wanted some distance between Begum Jaan and the girls. So one day I went in for a reading, and when I entered, all of them greeted me with, screams and hoots and open arms, and I was like, oh wow, such great energy, and it was great fun. We had to work really, really hard. We literally worked our asses off. But I think we could do it because, one, we were all well prepared for the film. Srijit had his entire team extremely well prepared, whether it was the camera department or costumes or makeup or hair, art department, all his actors. So, we were braving very tough weather in Jharkhand. It would either be 45, 46 degrees, which was scorching, or then there'd be a storm, it would rain, there'd be a downpour, and then snakes and scorpions would crawl out of holes.
Oh my God.
And we had to, but we were all, and it wasn't easy. Someday someone would get, irritated about something, or someone would feel unwell, or because it was so tough. But we were all supporting each other, I think. That's how it worked.
Okay. And
so lovely team of 11 women, and some lovely male actors also.
Yeah, Nasir sir, you worked
Nasir
together
sir,
before.
Of course. And there's Chunky Pandey, who you never recognize.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't at first.
Yeah, what a transformation. I was like, the first time I saw his picture, I was like, what? Chunky Pandey?
I know.
And then there's Vivek Mushran, there's Ashish Vidyarthi, Rajat Kapoor, Pitubash, Sumit Nithavan. So lots of wonderful actors in this film.
Okay. And the punchline, that you said in the movie, there are a lot of strong dialogues in the movie.
Yeah, Kausar Munir, all the way Kausar Munir has done fabulously with the dialogues.
And also, I was wondering that there are scenes where you can see that you're slapping one of your co-stars in the movie, or you are watching someone die, or you're shouting of excruciating pain. Is that emotionally taxing as an actor?
Of course it is. It's anyway, because it's all in there, but you have to call upon the right emotion and the right time. So I think that itself brings with it some amount of pressure. And then to actually physically, like when you're screaming or when you're slapping, there is some amount of, it is a bit draining on certain days. But then that's the fun here. That's the fun. Of course, when I had to slap, I really had a tough time. I've never slapped anyone in my life. So I was like, but I got through.
Okay. And you said this movie is about women, and these days there are a lot of negative connotations attached to the word feminism cropping up. So being that you have always spoken about women and you've done women-centric movies, would you like to give your take on the term, your definition of the term?
I think I'm beginning to realize that there are myriad definitions of the word feminism, but for me I think it would be the feminism is the understanding of the awareness that one has the first right to one's body, mind and soul, and therefore choices and all else that follows. The freedom to do whatever you want, the way you want it.
That is, I think that is exactly what Begum Jaan is about.
Exactly.
Okay. So Vidya, we wish you all the best for 14th April, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
For more Bollywood updates, subscribe now to youtube.com/Biscoot TV.